Bad Boys, Ride or Die is the fourth Bad Boys movie, and I'm trying to think if I've seen any of them other than the first Bad Boys. I have seen the first Bad Boys, and it's possible that I saw the second one. I really can't remember. I didn't see the third one, but don't worry. You can get into this one without having seen any of them. They'll tell you all of the relevant information about the characters that you need to know. Buddy cop movie set in Miami. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. They have a good rapport with each other, but it has that like Michael Bay misanthropic bent to it where like, you know, it's like they're always angry with each other in kind of a toxic masculine way. Lindsay Ellis has talked about this at length in her Full Plate series, where she used the Transformers movies as a springboard to just talk about film theory in general. It's, you know, it's a buddy cop movie, so there's going to be issues of just general copaganda that are like baked in and inherent to that genre. Honestly, like if you look at the actions of these characters with how loose they are with like just shooting people, there's even like they shoot a guy in a convenience store and then just leave and then go to a wedding, and like Will Smith that's never brought up that he just shot a guy in the knee. Like he never has to like be investigated for it. The fact that he shot the guy and didn't even arrest him because he was, you know, he's like, I'm late, I'm going to a wedding. It's just never brought up again. They will wave guns at people's faces constantly in this movie that they're not even like actually trying to shoot. They're just trying to threaten them, and it's just never treated as like something morally abhorrent. It's just kind of just accepted as, yeah, no, they're bad boys, you know, they're edgy cops on, you know, doing their own thing. They don't, you know, follow the rules and all that stuff, which makes them cool, even though, you know, I don't really want cops to do that. I mean, I don't really want cops in general, but all of that aside, this is a really solid action movie. It's not directed by Michael Bay. I think it's a new director duo who I think they directed the last one as well, but I didn't see it. But it has all of the Michael Bay isms, which makes sense. Michael Bay directed the first two movies. It is a Michael Bay franchise. Michael Bay has a little cameo in this one. He's driving a car and almost runs over Will Smith. But there's some really fun, creative ways of the action set pieces. Like there's multiple times where like they have a camera on a drone flying through like the whole like set, so that you get like a good like feel like you're a bird flying through the action. There's a cool sequence where you're like, it's like a point of view sequence where the camera is just like looking down the barrel of the gun as they're shooting stuff, kind of like the, you know, in the sequence in the Doom movie. Honestly, I think my favorite action set piece in the movie is where they're watching a firefight happen on a security camera, and the film camera like keeps going into like the monitor that they're looking at, and then like shifting to the actual sequence, and then moving from being the security camera on the wall to being a camera in the set, and it keeps like moving back and forth. So like the camera pulls back, and then you're pulling out of the monitor and watching it there. That was I thought was a really clever sequence. The story itself is fairly standard, you know, like there's, you know, themes of, you know, family and your general, oh, the cops have been framed and they're on the run and all this stuff, and you like you know immediately who the bad people are. Ioan Griffith shows up in this movie, and you just know Ioan Griffith is going to be a bad guy because he's Ioan Griffith, and the only time he wasn't a bad guy was when he was playing Mr. Fantastic. So you just know, okay, can't trust that guy because he's Ioan Griffith. In terms of depth, you're not going to get it, but like it is just a summer action blockbuster. Honestly, the biggest selling point for this movie and the biggest audience reaction, at least in my theater, that there was in this movie, is that Will Smith gets slapped 3 times in a row. I think this is the first movie that he filmed after the infamous slap at the Oscars. So if you want to see him get, you know, get some comeuppance for that one, you could go see it, because that alone, that's like, there's some people who were just losing their shit in the theater. Anyway, Bad Boys Ride or Die. It's a movie. Fun action, kind of dumb, toxic masculinity, kind of baked into the buddy cop genre to begin with. So I don't know. You know all that stuff. So there is my critique, but I genuinely had a fun time watching this movie. It was fine. Hey, thanks for watching. Your view means a lot. Don't forget to toss me a like and subscribe and ring the bell, and drop a comment below telling me what you thought of the video. I stream Mondays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, so catch me live and join in on the convo. You can find all my socials in the description below, and thank you to all my patrons, with a very special shout out to my Whale Shark tier patrons Ms. Milena and Hellevetrum, and my Anemone friend tier patron Piptal Cakes. Your support means the world. Catch you next time.